Welcome back. We've got no tickets left. That's it, so let's contact the students and get on with the story. Should I go ahead and contact them? After contacting the students, free time will end and the main story will proceed. Contact students. Alright then. Rean contacted Class 7 and returned to camp. They were followed shortly by fellow instructors and students at the branch campus. They took their time showering and changing into fresh uniforms. And only when they were truly confident did they leave with an eager bounce in their step to attend the celebrations. Ah, it would seem they've arrived before us.
Huh, you took your sweet time.
Come on now, we were just way too early.
Ada's really nervous.
I don't blame her. I'm nervous too.
Hey, you don't need to tell them that.
What are you so nervous about? It's just a party, right? The only reason you aren't nervous is that you lack common sense, Yuna. Same goes for you. I'd say all three of you fit the bill nicely. Don't worry, Class 1. We're all going to have fun tonight. It'll just be us branch campus instructors chaperoning you, but we'll make sure everything goes smoothly for all your students. Thank you, sir. I know a lot has happened between us, but I appreciate it. Oh, Instructor Rean? Could we get your autograph? Huh? You guys? Oh, they've been wanting to ask you that forever, but they couldn't with the prince around. As for me, I wanted to talk with you about a few things, Instructor Herschel. With me? Oh. My, how flattering. No problem. We can all chat on the way to the palace. Really? What an honor. Hey, you guys! They're surprisingly fun. They're not so different from us once you get to know them. Maybe we can all be friends after all. Well, tonight will be our best chance to break the ice. Let's put aside our school rivalry and just have fun tonight. My thoughts exactly. Our rides are here. Let's get going, everyone. Name of the game, everyone. It's been a while. Little while.
The highest rank.
Oh.
Marvelous.
Lovely. That's what we're
Here's
after.
your reward.
Glorious!
The top score. Excellent.
But of course. Received a thank you gift from Monk. Monkey see, monkey do. We received an update copy of the Black Records. Rean will need to have assistance from Thomas in order to fully analyze Black Records 7. Ooh. 6:40 p.m. Where's the confetti coming from, anyway? It's got to be coming from somewhere, right? It's just in the air? Wow. The moon looks larger than usual. Yeah, it almost looks magical. There's a blue moon tonight, and the night sky will be at its brightest. Due to Heimdall's geographical location, it only happens every few years. Really? I remember seeing it during the summer festival a few years ago. But there was also a blue moon on the final day of the War of the Lions. Yet after several consecutive red moons, it made it even more prominent. It seems improbable. This is what they say happened. That's good to know. Is it though? Sounds too perfect if you ask me. Your Thors Branch Campus Special Operations class, right? Allow me to show you around. Unfortunately, we will need to check your belongings. Thank you for your service. Thank you. A lovely shiny marble floor. Huge Erebonian logo. Or emblem. It's way too big. Well, it is the center of the largest country on the continent. You've been here before, yeah? Yes, but it's been some time. When I attended St. Estrella, the princess would invite me over occasionally. This is Prince Cedric's. Yeah, the castle he'll inherit one day.
Ah, there all of you are. I've been waiting for you.
Ah, Elise. Hello. Did you come all the way out here to escort us? Yes, I thought I might show you around. Oh, she's beautiful. She knows you guys in Class VII, right? Introduce us. She's Instructor Schwarz's little sister. It's nice to see you again. She's also Prince Alfin's best friend. It's nice to see you again as well. As for those of you I don't recognize, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure it is. And it will be nothing more than that. Anyway, please follow me. I'll guide you to Valflame Palace's Esmela's garden. I'll say eventually, it's like black screen for a while. Blah 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 blah. This is seriously over the top. There's even a waterfall. They've got butterflies. They even let out a number of different birds during the day. All the walls are just huge windows. And how much mirror did they sink into this place? It's evident this place has been hosting important events for years. Live music, how elegant. There are incredibly important people everywhere I look. I'm starting to get lightheaded.
It would appear all of our guests have arrived.
Oh, there we go.
We owe our thanks to Adios and the Lionheart Emperor for seeing our nation through to this day. However, tonight, we must also honor those who have put in exceptional effort into ensuring the continuing peace and safety of Heimdall. The students of Thor's main campus and branch campus. Together, they halted a threat to our nation, all in time for the summer festival. I'm told many instructors, former students, and bracers assisted them in this monumental task. All of these brave people have already been recognized by the Imperial Household Agency, but let us give them yet another round of applause.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us feast, talk, and drain our glasses. We should all enjoy ourselves tonight. However, there will be a dance later, so be sure you don't drain too many glasses. Of course, it goes without saying that the students, including myself, will be prohibited from having any alcohol.
Damn it. I was gonna sneak a few.
Hey, you know you can't do that.
It's remarkable how much he's changed.
Now then, everyone, please raise your glasses.
Let us have a toast to this wonderful evening and the beginning of our festivities.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Hey, there's no need to hide in the back. This is a good opportunity. We should go and mingle with all the different people here. You're right. I think I'll go greet His Majesty first. Excuse us. I'll go too. I'm so nervous. Alright, guess it's time to say hi to all the biggest bigwigs in Erebonia. You really are fearless. It's a very unit-esque course of action. Guess I'll go get some grub. If you'll excuse me. Should we go too? Yeah, seems like we'll need to go say hello to quite a few people. Let's get some of this stuff going. Seems both the main and branch campuses have some promising young cadets this year. In fact, if the two of you are headed to the army after you graduate, I'd gladly welcome you to the 4th Armored Division. It's an honor to hear that from Craig the Red himself. I've heard to stay by His Highness Cedric's side in whatever way possible. Sounds like you just got shot down, old man. So it seems. How about you then? Head to join the 4th? Sorry, but I'm not into hanging out with a bunch of muscleheads. You got a ton of cuties like the Icy Maiden. Maybe I'll think about it. Well, I wouldn't say tons, but we've got a few. Just between you and me, though, simply being part of the 4th is enough to send ladies swooning in the streets as you pass. Whoever use that little perk to your own ends is entirely up to you. Seriously? Alright, now we're talking, old man. Hey, eyebrows. All it takes to tear you away from your beloved prince? Maybe there's hope for you after all. What do you mean by that? You're still loyal to the prince? Oh, and don't call me eyebrows. This seems like a rowdy group. Alright, so next up... Go here first. How do you do, my Empress? As my father, Viscount Arsaid, could not be here tonight, I, his daughter, greet you in his presence. Ah, Laura, I haven't seen you in some time. You've mastered your family's sword style. I'm so happy to see how much you've grown. Thank you for your kind words. Now I believe it's your turn. I'm Ada Grant of Thors Military Academy's main campus, Class 1. I'm truly indebted to your son, and I mean indebted. Sorry, She's tipping all over her words. There's no need to be nervous. Cedric's told me all about his friends from class. I've also been told about a certain bright young lady who excels in both her studies and her club activities. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend to my son. But such kind words are wasted on me. I'm Una Crawford of Thors Branch Campus. It's an honor to meet you, Your Highness. Ah, so you're... Having told me about you and what happened in Crossbell. However, allow me to apologize for my son's behavior towards those of you in the branch campus. Huh? Don't worry, there's no need for that. I think our field exercises in Crossbell turned out for the best. It really made me reevaluate myself. Now I have a better idea of the sort of things I can do to help move forward. Better future, not just for Crossbell, but for Erebonia too. Well said. It's clear to me you carry the spirit of Class 7 quite admirably. I sincerely believe the people of Erebonia could learn from the positive outlook of yours. Thank you so much, all of you. What you've done for this country, what you will do in the future. Una, Ada, and Laura. Of course. I won't let you down. I swear on my sword and soul. I'll continue to do all I can, Your Highness. Speak to him again. Ah, Rean. It's good to see you again, Your Highness. We haven't spoken since late last year, I think. That's right. I can tell you've grown wonderfully since then. Allow me to apologize again regarding Cedric's behavior. I'm sure Alvin and Oliver have already said the same thing to you. No, please, it's fine. After everything that's gone on the last few days, it's all water under the bridge now. I'm just happy to see he's much better now, considering everything he went through last year. I suppose that's a good way to look at things. In any event, I shouldn't hold you here too long. I'm sure there are many people here who would like to speak with you, so please enjoy yourself. Thank you, Your Highness. Hey there, you two. Heard you both introduce yourself to the Empress. Good job. Oh, Instructor Rean. Instructor, perhaps you should consider teaching your students basic manners when speaking with nobility. When she began casually discussing her past grievances with a member of the imperial family, my breath caught in my throat. Oh yeah? Are you sure you weren't just choking on your own words again? There's no need to bring that up again. These two make quite a pair. That's all we got from Laura was a shrug. She's like, Hello, Elisa. Towa. Are you enjoying yourselves? We are, thank you. It's really a lovely party. Just wish Angie was here with us. But Prince Oliver promised he'd look into her disappearance. So I'm hoping to make a lot of memories tonight I can share with her once she's back. Sorry, Towa. But you're right. I'm sure she'd like that. I can totally see her now, hanging on your every word. Oh, yes, there was something I wanted to ask you about, Towa. Is Rean as popular at the branch campus as I suspect he is? Seeing the way Musée drapes herself all over him, I had to wonder. To be honest, I was wondering that myself. Knowing him, he'd keep his hands off his students, but still. Well, Rean is certainly admired by a lot of people. When it comes to romantic feelings, the pool's a bit smaller. I see. Would you be swimming around in that pool by any chance? Me? I mean, I like him as a colleague, but... something's definitely fishy. Meaning to dive deeper into this topic? I should slowly back away before they notice me. Yeah, maybe. Now, this seems like an interesting group. Well, I was telling Sharon we should go out drinking together just the other day. And so I decided to join her now. I'm here too. Not for the booze, though. There's some juicy stories going on. Stories? What about? Stories from 4 years ago. About how a certain someone got in my way and was trying to get back here from Northumbria. Oh. The last we met was when you requested my aid in stopping Lady Sarah. But first, we need to make sure the Purple Lightning, the youngest A-rank bracer at the time, didn't interfere. So made sure she had a tough time coming back home from Northumbria. As a result, the Divine Blade had to postpone his return to Labourle. And so, the first stage of the Professor's brilliant gospel plan was complete. So that's what you and Campanella were talking about at August Tower. Yes, I've admitted what I did to Lady Sarah. Well, my love and loyalty belong to the Rhineford family now. Back then, the fool contacted me personally and asked for my assistance. I didn't tell Chairman Arena the details, but she gave me leave regardless. And since then, you've had no other contact with Ouroboros? Swear to Adios? No, I swear on the Rhineford family. This is pretty intense. Well, if you're bringing up the Rhineford name, then I know you're serious. Alright, I give up. I suppose you did get injured pretty badly when you went up against McBurn back in Crossbell. I'll believe you. When it comes to this, anyway. Lady Sarah, thank you. Phew. Alright, I love me a happy ending. Thinking back though, that getup you had on looks like a pretty tight fit. I think something like that would really limit your movement. Just can't believe you were able to slip out of my grasp for a whole week. Well, as someone who dwells behind the scenes, I have a number of sneaky tricks at my disposal. Never be a match for you in a head-on battle, so please don't feel so embarrassed you were unable to beat me back then. Hey, you said I was embarrassed. You want to go right now? Meet me outside the palace. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, still a red. 4 years ago, huh? Maybe about 1 year after Gramps took me in. I remember reading about this stuff in the files I borrowed from Lecter. Huh? Oh, yes, that would make sense. Wait, do you mean the Intelligence Division knew about me and Sharon? Nah, it wasn't about you two. It was more about the S-rank bracer from the Burl. You had to come here from the Burl to help out the other bracers because you were stuck in Northumbria, right? The report was pretty detailed up until the part where the Jaeger Corps the Society was using got completely wiped out. And it also sounded like they were monitoring Prince Oliver during his trip to the Burl. Wow, the Intelligence Division is impressive, and just as terrifying. You think it may have been Major Arundel who was monitoring him? No doubt. Sure, the orders came down straight from the top of their little group. And Cassius really helped me out a lot back in those days. I haven't seen him since he quit being a bracer and went back to the Lebel's army. Damn shame too. He's quite the gentleman. Yeah, he seems like he'd be right up your alley for sure. Small world. You and I are fellow disciples under Master Yun Kafai. Seems we're all connected through our acquaintances before we even knew each other. Yeah, it's happening quite a lot, isn't it? Everybody's connected to someone else. It's just the groups up there. Got loads of groups to speak to. Literally loads. I am Patrick Harms, third son of the Harms house. Ashamed that I haven't introduced myself to you both before now, so. There's no need to be so formal, Patrick. Besides, it's a bit rare that I'm even in Erebonia, so I'm partially to blame. I've heard you're quite the traveller. Speaking of, Mr. Wurzel here tells me you visit Nord quite often? That's right, nearly every year. By this point, pretty much like one of the family. Just can't get enough of the beautiful expanses of the land up there. Top of that, the clean air does these old bones good. Had a cabin built by the lakeside a few years back. Such a tranquil place. Sounds lovely. George has told me about all the time he spent there, but I've never been. Nord is truly stupendous. The endless stretches of land, the free flowing breeze, not to mention the kind and hospitable people. When I'm in Nord, like all those troubles of the world weighing on my mind blow away with the wind. My, hearing all that makes me more intrigued than ever. Honestly, felt fairly troubled myself lately. And it was plain to see you had a lot to deal with back in Ordis. You should come visit sometime. If our schedules line up, I'll show you around. I appreciate the offer. Oh, and Wurzel. I'd like to take this chance to apologize for saying such an awful thing about you back when we were students. Oh, I'd completely forgot. It's fine, I knew at the time you weren't thinking clearly. Appreciate the apology, though. Thank you. Oh, hello. When did you show up? About halfway through. You've truly is a wonderful thing. Yeah. Guys, Patrick, I'm happy for both of you. Indeed. Oh, here we are. So by incorporating these new mathematical models, the country's economy can be developed even further? Correct. Economics is nothing more than a probability model based off sociology and collective psychology. It'd be foolish to think that mathematics has no bearing on it. You're right, of course. Suppose one could say the same of music theory. Huh? Really? Music and math seem like completely different fields to me. Sound is simply different frequencies and wavelengths of vibrations in the air. Things easily converted into equations. Whether expressed in the sound or in formulas, beautiful music remains beautiful. It seems kind of crazy to hear it put that way, but yeah, the way he talks about it, it's strangely compelling. Professor, would you be able to share an example of that with us? Yeah, I'm curious too. These two seem pretty interested in what the professor has to say. I'm surprised to hear he has any hobbies at all. Guess out of everything, music makes the most sense for him. I suppose. Was that really 2 years ago? Dang. Yes, the hot springs in Ymir were lovely, but so was the food. I'd like to go back there with everyone again sometime. We all seem to be having a good time. Sounded like you were talking about Ymir. Oh, Rean. Yes, we were talking about the trip everyone took there together. Yes, the Hot Springs Paradise, Ymir, hometown of both Instructor Rean and Elise. I've been there before as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. But you weren't exactly there for a vacation or anything. Yeah, kidnapping Elise and the princess isn't really a touristy activity. But that was just for your mission, right? Have you been there for fun? No. I generally don't go anywhere unless required by a mission. Oh, that's a shame. Come to think of it, I've known Altina a while now. Never seen her go anywhere for fun. Growing up in a Jaeger Corps, I sort of know how that is. So that means you've never gone to Ymir's hot springs then? Correct. I admit I'm a little curious about them. For example, how does bathing in a hot spring differ from a normal bath? It's a world of difference. But simply, it's bliss. It's what bathing must be like in heaven. The difference is that significant? Psst, Elise. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I sure am. Altina, how would you like to come visit Ymir sometime? I'd like to give you a proper tour of the town if we could. Are you sure? Of course, we'd love to have you. Do it. Be fun. In fact, maybe you should go with everyone in your class. Okay. Thank you. I'll come visit. We'll hold you to that. Now we have another promise to look forward to. When the time comes, I'll do my best to be a good host. Yes, you will. Alright, what we got around? So we've got 2 groups up there and then 1 there. This is where, like, it would have gone really long, by the way. Speaking to everyone on top of these events. Like, ooh, that's a lot. Several parts. So you learned your swordplay from my brother, then? Yes, though before that, Nectar taught me some basics. But since his style is, shall we say, highly improvisational, I consider Lord Rufus my true teacher. That said, he only trained me for a short while when I was still living here in Heimdall. You only received a small amount of training and you become this strong. I'm impressed. Head Governor General Rufus' court fencing skills are second to none. So I'm sure his lessons are very thorough. They are indeed. My brother started teaching me when I was 10. Been training since then in hopes of surpassing him. I only wonder how close I've gotten. Perhaps you have the opportunity to find out before too long. What about you, Kurt? When are you planning to be able to smash your father and brother? I'm sure you know just as well as I do. But they're on such a different level from normal people, it's almost inhuman. My father is starting to feel his age, but it's said he's still nearly as strong as the Radiant Blade Master. I'd have to spend decades training to even reach them, much less surpass them. The Thunder God. Not even my brother could prove a match for him. If there were anyone in Erebonia who would prove a match, it would likely be the Rakshasha, or perhaps... Looks like this conversation's really starting to heat up. Oh, Instructor Rean. You've come at the perfect time. Join us, Instructor. We're just discussing swordplay. Come join us as a disciple of the 8 Leaves. Well, if you insist. Guess when you get enough Erebonian men in one place, it's only a matter of time before we start talking about swords. If you know what I mean. And so the group enjoyed a spirited discussion about sword styles, both from within the Empire and without. Rean, a moment if you would. I'd like to thank you. You agreed to share Alfin's first dance tonight. I'm sure she's just beside herself with happiness. Hold on a sec, I thought she was just kidding about that. Given the current atmosphere, I don't really think I can accept. Oh, is that so? Seems to me those rumors that have been spreading like wildfire lately may be more than just talk. But I think the Ashen Chevalier is more than qualified to be a partner for my sister. Perhaps even beyond tonight's dances, if you know what I mean. No, I mean, I'm nowhere near qualified for that. Well, unfortunately for you, Alfin's first dance is part of tonight's schedule. There's already someone you're planning to have a future with, and that's that, I suppose. Don't you dance with her tonight regardless? Think of it as a favor, not only for my sister, but for the entire Imperial family. There's still plenty of time before the dance. Do think it over. But. Chairman Arena, Major Claire, and Musée. You three sure make an interesting group. I thought I might use this opportunity to scout out some promising talent. The Icy Maiden here oversees logistics for the entire Empire's railroad system. For you to join the RF, I would ensure you were immediately placed in a position worthy of your talents. I'm flattered, but I think military logistics and business logistics may be a bit too different. Oh? I don't know about that. In both warfare and business, you need to efficiently allocate limited personnel and resources. I'm sure Major Claire would make a wonderful businesswoman. An excellent analysis. Ms. Egret, saw potential in the reports you submitted about the arts rifle and the Kestrel. If you can't decide what to do after you graduate, I'll have a spot waiting for you at RF2. For that matter, the RMP would welcome your talents too. Sure, you may have some concerns regarding your house, but I'm sure I can be of help. Why, thank you, I'm flattered. Chairman Arena and Major Claire are always ready to scout out a new hire. These two have some ulterior motive? Am I just overthinking it? You're just overthinking it, it's fine. Right, so, red exclamation is that one, so let's go see about that one.
It is a great honor to have been invited here.
This on top of what you did for us following the Northern War. I can't even begin to properly show my gratitude.
Raise your heads, both of you. I've already pardoned you for what happened in the Civil War. Given how much you've contributed since then, there's no need to revisit the past. Wouldn't you agree, Marquis High Arms?
Wholeheartedly. The Civil War was a product of the four great houses. Personally, I feel I'm the one who deserves to be locked away for a while.
No more of that talk from you either. Were you to be detained, half the Empire would cease functioning. Had Lord Ragnar been here in Heimdall, I would have loved for him to join us tonight.
As would I. Perhaps we should schedule a meeting with him soon.
That aside, both of you played a very active role during the events in Lemaire. You faced the Blazing Demon, Brigadier General, while the General here went toe-to-toe with the Steel Maiden. You heard correctly. But that monster is said to be a match for even the Radiant Blade Master. Best I could do was hold him off. I will say the battle was a very rare and valuable experience. Though I'd also be very interested in seeing your 100-form military combat techniques. Certainly takes me back, but I fear those days are behind me. Van Dyke isn't yet old enough to retire from the front lines, then you certainly aren't either. Not to mention Victor, Matthias, and Zex. Perhaps this is a bit childish of me, but given all of Erebonia's famed swordsmen, can't help but wonder which is greatest among them. I hear LeBeau has held swordsmanship tournaments before. Were our fighters to participate, it would undoubtedly be quite the spectacle. All of it tells me foreigners were welcome to join. If the opportunity presents itself, I'd love to take part. I fear I may have awakened a sleeping tiger. I don't think I should interrupt this conversation. Well, I'll look for another opportunity. But Principal O'Grin sure is something. She doesn't hold herself back at all, even when talking to him. Alright, so... this should spark everyone moving around, is what I wanted to say there. Just wasn't sure if they were going to speak. There are even more people now. Should wait it out a bit longer. Right, so we're going to end this part here, and the next part, same again. But again, remember, it's like it would be much longer if we had to do the rounds as well as doing all these exclamations. But we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.